Hello, tubers. Welcome once again to the Stink Bug Works, that super secret research and development agency of Dr. Jet Laboratories. Anyway, I have prototype number 2 of the 12-inch challenge on the board here, and I'm looking at power sources and such, and something came to mind. Now, back in, oh gosh, I don't know when this might have been. It might have been the late 70s, could have been early 1980s, that work was proceeding in order to bring perfection to a crudely conceived idea that a power source could not only supply inverse reactive current for use in unilateral phase detractors, but could also be capable of automatically synchronizing cardinal gram meters. And such an instrument was the Turbo Encabulator. Well, now that decades and decades and decades have passed, they've managed to miniaturize that, and I'm looking at putting it here in this. Now basically, the only new principle involved is that instead of power being generated by the relative motion of conductors and fluxes, it's now produced by the modal interaction of magnetoreluctance and capacitive duractance. See, right there. I mean, now the original machine, the big one, had a base plate of prefamulated amulite surrounded by a malleable logarithmic casing in such a way that the two spurving bearings here and over here, the two spurving bearings were in a direct line, with the panometric fam. And the panometric fam right here, the panometric fam consisted simply of 6 hydrocoptic Marsal vanes, and they were fitted so the ambificient lunar wane shaft in such a way that a side fumbling was effectively prevented. And that's the last thing you want in these little things is side fumbling with your encabulator. Anyway, on the miniature here, the main winding here, let's look at it here. The main winding is the typical Lotus O Delta type, and they're placed in a panometric semi-boloid slots of the stator, with every 7th conductor being connected by a non-reversible tremie pipe to the differential girdle spring of the up end of the gram meters. I mean, that's clever thinking. I mean, the Germans, they were not clever enough to do this, and the Russians only build bigger and stronger. Anyway, the Turbo Encabulator has now reached a really high level of development and is being successfully used in the operation of novatrunnions, as well as, small applications like this. Moreover, whenever a fluorescent scalar motion is required, it may also, meaning the Turbo Encabulator, may also be used in conjunction with a drawn reciprocation dingle arm to reduce sinusoidal repleneration. Now, I'm not going to have that problem here because things are so small, but, in larger applications, if you guys are looking at that, you want to avoid sinusoidal repleneration. That's a bad thing. Anyway, until next time, Jet out.